Great question. And I think part of the art of venture capital is understanding how to constantly iterate and learn from your decision making process. And I share a lot of stories in the book of investments that didn't go great and how I was able to improve my process as a result. But we are only human and we have biases. And the way that we can mitigate that is one, call them out. Two, document your decision making process so that when there is an ultimate outcome, you can revisit it. So I call this postmortem, running a postmortem. And anytime there's an investment that either goes to zero or there's a really successful model, go back to that diligence checklist, go back to that investment memo and ask yourself, did this fail or succeed for reasons that I anticipated? Or was it for reasons that I didn't anticipate? And if it's something you didn't anticipate, then I think it's a really valuable data point in understanding your own bias or improving your process so that you do know how to look around the corner and think about those things. Because venture capital is not about getting every investment right. In fact, our business model is that potentially most of our investments will fail, but it's about optimizing for those really big opportunities. And so, taking calculated risks is a critical part of the process. And so looking back on those, and I think that's what makes it so hard to break into venture is people don't want to talk about the things that they failed at. And so it becomes really hard to learn from other people's mistakes, which is something that's not the case in operating. People are always willing to say, "Oh, I didn't do this well," or "This is what I would advise you to do differently," or whatever. In venture, it's more about, "No, I'm perfectly successful. All of my investments are great." And that's how you get the right to invest in other companies. Nobody wants a bad investor on their cap table. But that's kind of the name of the game. And it's hard to weed through sometimes.